Good morning.
Hello.
Well, I totally changed hotels. So now I'm at a new hotel. Um, People would think that it's not as good as the last hotel because of the name brand, I would say, but the people here are hella nice. It's in a better location. I have a bathtub, and the breakfast is bomb.com.
So 1997 says thank you for using bob.com. That's one of my favorite sayings.
I know I haven't been
And
wanting to use it forever, and then I was like, it just came out my mouth that way.
when you no, but you used it appropriately. Like I'm not being sarcastic. I love that saying. Bob.com is one of my favorite things ever.
So as
Um,
I was at breakfast, go ahead.
what was the breakfast? I'm curious about the breakfast.
Where they have like the full, like the waffles and the that you make
Yeah.
yourself, and pancakes and sausage, all this stuff. But while I was down there, I was realizing how like the diet culture has completely messed me up. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way and thinks this way when they are looking at food. Okay. So there's a whole spread downstairs, and I need to get healthy. I have to cut gluten out. It's making me sick. I'm gaining a ton of weight, not because of the gluten, because of all the crap I eat. And then I realized the way that I look at food, the way that diet culture has taught me, is completely screwed up. Okay. So that's the reason I have the waffle. I can't eat it. Okay. But while I'm downstairs, I compare this to this. This is oatmeal with raisins and granola, and this is a waffle. But in my eyes, diet culture has taught me that they are the same, that this cheat meal is the same as this cheat meal. So if I'm going to cheat, I might as well go big or go home, right? But they're not the same. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I know I'm not. We have been taught that carbs are bad, that sugar is all sugar, and this is sugar, and this is sugar, and to look at it all the same. So I'm completely twisted in the head. So I also compare this to this.
What? That's a donut hole
That's a
versus a
donut.
banana.
I
How are
look
you
at these
making
both.
these comparisons?
I look at these both exactly the same. I look at these as just, this is a whole peel full of sugar, and this is all sugar. That's how twisted I am. Truth.
Wow.
And the thing is, I love bananas. This banana is going to be more delicious than this donut, and I know it. But I look at it, and I'm so twisted in the head that I'm like, well, if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to go with the donut, not the banana. Who wants fruit? But fruit's really good for you.
So I'm with you on
Seriously.
this. I'm truly with you on this. I just don't know who drew that roadmap for you to link waffles and donuts as same as bananas and
The
oatmeal.
no,
And I don't mean that in a bad
I
way.
can
I
tell
just
you
like
exactly who. The no
okay,
carb community.
okay.
The no carb community, which I have tried to follow. And I had to learn, and I had to teach myself, I can't do low carb. A, I don't like it. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to. And every time I try to go low carb, I'm good for like a week, and then I'm cranky, and then I eat my carbs, and everybody's like, just make it past that first week. Keto this and low carb that. And so when I'm like, sugar is sugar, and I've had to have like my friends who are actually fit and healthy go, no, not all sugar is the same. Stop saying that. Like, I won't eat oatmeal because it's sugar. But if I'm gonna,
What?
yes, but if I'm gonna eat carbs, I'm gonna go with like the crappy carbs. It's messed up. It's
So you're
twisted,
not you're
and
so it's a
it's
sugar thing, but
wrong.
it's not really it's a sugar thing, but it's not really a sugar thing so much as it's just a straight
Nicole,
carb
that's
thing.
funny.
See me holding a
Yes,
donut in a banana. I wasn't sure what comes.
Nicole, you're hilarious. I've known Nicole forever.
So
Um,
I also have a weird relationship with food, but and
that's my.
I'm not
I have a
yeah.
terrible relationship with food.
So is there any way that you can change your mindset? Because when it comes to those specific foods that you're looking at right now, and I had to change my mindset too, but the way that I changed my mindset was I looked at like I looked at your oatmeal and I thought to myself, that oatmeal is going to get me by for like the next 4 or 5 hours because it's going to be a slow burn. So I don't care if it's sugar because that oatmeal is going to stick on my bones right now, and I'm good on that. But I really had to work to get to that point, and it feels like you're kind of at that spot right now.
That's the spot I'm at, because you're correct. Because then, like my buddy, the one that's fit all the time, he eats oatmeal and all this stuff, and he's like, you can't stay away from carbs. Like he goes, not all carbs are created equal. Where are you getting this twisted mentality? And it's like the Pinterest and the people online. And I lost 60 pounds in a month because I cut out all the sugar and all the, and so when you read about these diets, they can all sugar is created equal. And my buddy's like, no, it's not. So I'm learning. The last couple weeks I've been better. So literally while I was downstairs, I was making this waffle. And it's not going to go to waste because my kids are on their way. So people who get mad at wasty food. And my body cannot eat this crap. I cannot have gluten. I have to stay away from it. I have to stay away from bread, not because it's carbs, because it's gluten. But oatmeal, like, this is good for me. And then I love bananas. I used to eat them freely, and then I just don't anymore because the diet culture has taught me that this equals this.
See, now to go back to your oatmeal, not only do I love bananas, but I love that banana so much that I'm going to smash that up in my oatmeal along with a couple of other frozen fruits.
That's a great idea. I'll put it in my oatmeal.
It's really I'm
going to eat my oatmeal with my brown sugar and my raisins and not get twisted up about it. And I have to learn that. And I know I can't be the only one who looks at fruit like it's the devil. I can't be. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one who's twisted in the head like this. And I'm learning because I'm putting on a ton of weight. And my stomach, I'm getting better because even Jamie was really good about letting us go to restaurants that had a full gluten-free menu and water, obviously. But I have to get that twisted mentality out of my head. Yeah, I have to, because I know I'm not the only one who's doing it, and I have to be a better influence for my kids.
So,
like, I wouldn't even have fruit in the house, and then I'm mad at the kids that are grabbing chips and stuff, and they're strawberry. I'm like, you
cut fruit out too?
Yeah,
like in the house, like at home.
No, I'll feed it to the kids.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. But even then, I'm like, well, if it's going to be sugar, it's going to be sugar. And I have to really stop that. I have to stop.
So I
look at this like I look at a Snickers bar. That's the truth.
That's crazy to me. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I get it. Okay. So if we're going to self-admit and be totally self-policing right now, right? Like we've talked about it a whole bunch of times. I've gotten a whole bunch of congratulations, good job. You look really good. Because I lost 84 pounds or whatever. But let's be real honest. I lost 84 pounds because I take Vyvanse for ADHD, and I'm depressed as hell right now because I'm going through a divorce. I'm not hungry. And when I'm not doing this show, I'm walking in circles around a table contemplating my life. I'm not losing weight because I'm on this ultra crazy, awesome diet and I'm doing all the right things. But I do know that I have this opportunity to maintain what has happened. And so what you're talking about with the oatmeals and the stuffs like that, I had to get over some of that. You're absolutely right, because that is in the back of your head, especially with how carby people get about keto, cut out the carbs. Like, it's okay to have a burger with all that cheese on it as long as there's no bread. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like science has shown time and time again that our bodies have a daily nutritional value that we need to meet in order to function properly. And all of the other stuff, let's call it what it is. It's a fast track to drop LBs or to get all ripped, but that's not normal people stuff. Normal people stuff is eating oatmeal in the morning, going about your day and letting that stuff keep you fueled.
Yes.
And you've heard so many people tell you that you don't look good unless you do it a certain way. And now you're looking at a banana like it's cancer. And that's stupid. Not stupid for you, but it's stupid that somebody made you feel like that.
Yeah, it's the whole cool. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Yeah, because I would go to lunch with my buddy, and he's pretty fit. And if he sees somebody eating a bacon cheeseburger wrapped in lettuce, he's like, it makes his head hurt. He's like, if you're gonna eat the bacon and the cheese and the burger, but you're not gonna eat the breads, what's bad for you? He's like, gets so mad. Right?
You can't go to CJ's and get a bacon western double cheeseburger and then be like, you know what? Take that bun off and give me a lettuce wrap.
But I do.
At that point, have the bun. Have the bun and then just have something else for dinner.
But I've done it. I've gone to Carl's Jr. I love Carl's Jr. They'll protein wrap anything. I've done it. I've gone and got their big bacon guacamole burger, lettuce wrapped.
Me too. And when you're doing it, you think you're crushing it, right?
Yes.
It's still a bacon wrapped burger.
And yeah, and I know I can't just eat bananas all day or whatever, but this and this are not the same. And I'm getting that, and I'm getting past that. I'm getting past that.
What excites me, what I'm
and
really
I love
excited
bananas.
for you.
I love bananas dipped in some dark chocolate. Give it to me.
I'm excited to see you have a banana and oatmeal for breakfast and go the day and realize that like that actually fueled me and I'm good.
Yes, because usually I get up and then I don't eat until noon because I'm intermittent fasting, and then I'm cutting the carbs, and then by 8 I'm just crushing all this food because I'm hungry.
So, okay, keto, low carb, Atkins, what are some of the other diets? South Beach, what are a few more?
And I'm very aware that not a lot of sugar in any form is good for you, but I can't keep comparing waffles to bananas.
Cavemen and cavewomen used none of those diets, and they were strong as hell. Like, I dare anybody on here to do an arm wrestling match against a caveman. Good luck. My money's on the caveman.
Well, see, that's what they go by. They call the paleo and stuff that's caveman. There's meat and veggies.
Right, but you're meeting your nutritional daily value. But see, the paleo people, when I hear them talk about it, they're like, and I know that I'm going the extreme, but they go extreme and they cut out stuff that's like part of your like daily nutritional value.
Yeah, so paleo I understand more than keto, and I tried keto. I have the blood monitor, I have the keto pills. I tried all of those things, and I know me well enough to know I can't go without carbs. Like my body wants them, most bodies do, and I can't keep sugar. I can't keep comparing, apples to donuts. Like I can't. I have to get over it. Like this and this are not the same sugar. And the keto community and the low carb community teaches you that it is.
And I know that we're spending a lot of time talking about apples and donuts and sugars, but on that same token.
But this is real life. I know I'm not the only one who does this.
We have somebody like you who's legitimately right now staring down the barrel of an apple versus a donut and legitimately thinking that a donut is just as good of a decision. And that if that's where your mindset is at right now, like you said, there are a whole bunch of other people that think that exact same way.
It's twisted.
And apples are freaking delicious.
Dude, so are bananas and strawberries and watermelon. Give me all the fruit. And I have been scared of fruit for years.
Yeah, I feel you. Because you know what? I had a fear for a minute on that one because I had a guy, I was telling a guy, because my biggest problem with my diet is night eating. Like I'll wake up at 2:00 in the morning and I'll go make a mostly jelly with some peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk. That's all sugar at 2 a.m. And then I'm going back to sleep and that's just sitting there. So I was talking to a guy at the gym a few years ago. And he's like, well, before you do that, maybe before you go to bed, like have an apple or some fruit. And then he started and goes, well, then all that sugar is just sitting in your stomach again. And so that got me kind of where you were at for a minute too, where it was like, yeah, that's a lot of sugar. But then I was like, okay, but if I went to bed and had a Snickers instead, I'm pretty sure that's worse.
That's the first time I heard it. That's when my mind started getting warped. I was in North Carolina. I will never forget it. I was in North Carolina and I was out to eat with a bunch of fitness professionals. I was the only one not, because obviously they were training me. I wasn't the fitness professional. And my friend's boyfriend, this ripped, fit guy, I ordered some like fruit or something. And I go, but it's a good sugar. He goes, no, all sugar is sugar. Sugar is sugar. And since then, like my whole brain is twisted.
Yeah. Well, hey, sugar's not sugar. And I'm not a scientist. And I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure we can agree on that.
Yeah. So then when I do indulge, it's in like the worst things because I haven't given myself any leeway for anything else.
Right.
And then I gain weight. And now I'm at the heaviest weight I've ever been. And I need to wrap it up, reel it in. Because it's not, I'm still pulling hella dudes. Like I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, this is the biggest I've ever been. And I've pulled like so many numbers these last few months. He's like, yeah, but how do you feel? And I go, I feel like garbage. She goes, I know. So I need to reel it in. I need to get it together.
Yeah. I think that at least acknowledging it and really holding it up and holding yourself accountable. Like, have you noticed, like we do our best when we kind of put ourselves in a position where like we can either do it or we embarrass ourselves because we said we're going to do it and now we're not doing it.
I have to do it. Like I just, like nothing. Jen, my ex-husband's girlfriend and I last night were talking about trying to put on shorts from last summer, and they were just how we cried. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I have to get it. I can't just keep buying maxi dresses for the rest of my life. Yes.
Girl, same.
Kimberly, I did get a hotel with a tub. I moved hotels. The general manager at the last place was just as terrible as his front desk person. And I'm glad I did, because the people here, people would call this a lower key hotel, but dude, checking in was awesome. The people are awesome. There's an entire race team outside. They're already drinking out there. What is it? 7 a.m. It's in a nicer area, and it has a huge tub. So I'm very happy with my decision to just leave the other hotel entirely.
Well, you said there's an entire race team out there. I thought it was one of, like, you meant like if I want a newspaper, I call and say I want a newspaper, and then outside you're like 17 people going, Madden needs newspaper. Get the one down the street. They're out. Go to the other one. Get quarters.
Oh, no.
Get 2 times. Hey, get her a newspaper from the city over. If we can't get a USA Today, you go get that stat. Like, that's what I envision in my head happening. But it sounds like there's an actual race team staying there, and they're loud. That's cool, too.
And their trucks, they're not that loud. Their trucks and their toy haulers, they're only loud if I have the window open. So I opened the window last night when I took a bath and just ear hustled on their conversation. And you know how there's always that one guy that makes himself out way cooler than he is? And he's the loudest. So I got to hear his whole story. So I was just, peeping down there, watching him drink Coronas this morning and listen to him BS the rest of his friends.
We got to talk about this in a stream sometime, because it's so hard to find a happy medium with people when it comes to either the guy that is like King Pooh of Turd Mountain and lets everybody know about it all the time, or the guy in the group that tries so hard not to be King Turd of Pooh Mountain that they just put themselves down or don't participate enough. And both are equally as annoying, and somewhere in the middle is where you want to find your friend.
We have one who's such a BSer that we've known forever and ever and ever. And I remember at my parents' 30th anniversary or something, my cousin is staring at him, and she looks at me. She goes, Matt, which is my brother, knows that this guy's full of crap, right? Right? And I'm like, yeah, we've known him for 30 years. And then not even on cue, Matt goes, shut up, Jason. And Jamie goes, oh yeah, he knows. He knows he's full of crap.
We know this guy.
We know this guy.
There's always one. Like no matter who you are, in some group, you're that guy. Like in my group with my friends Nathan and Adam, I was just it was always, that's just drunk Ian. You were that guy, There's always that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So they're out there enjoying themselves. So it's cool. All right. So we have Great America tickets on the air that we are giving away.
Yes. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. 16 minutes.
16 minutes. We're going to give the Great America tickets away. We are going to do the live stream at 8:00. We're going to talk about how Vin Diesel takes himself way too seriously.
Right? Way too seriously. This is it's getting kind of ridiculous, right?
Yes. Yes. And so we will do that. I will eat my yogurt and my banana and a little bit of my oatmeal, and see you guys at 8:00. All sugared up.
Bye.
Bye.